Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. My apologies for the brief momentary view of the scary face. At the start of the stream, I pushed a button and the button didn't actually function. And yes, I pushed it. Hi. We're back here with Angle the Cat. We're going to be leveling her up. Some more. But I think she needs a new hairdo. Daily gathering. Try that again. Browser doesn't always work. In-game browser for browsing those things. We can't do that. We have a nourishment effect. Do we still have, yeah, we have 6 minutes left. Wonder, can I eat just plain butter? I know it's gross. Oh, I wonder, the candy canes. The candy cane should work. So we'll track that. Dodge roll. Harvest some stuff with a harvesting sickle. Like a popsicle, but entirely different.
Make yourself at home.
Well, we have self-style hair kits and total makeover kits, so I think we're going to just grab one of the self-style hair kits. And give ourselves a new hairdo. Not me, although it is a new hairdo. I shaved the head again, and I trimmed off all of the Santa Clausian sort of scrub brush around the sides. Here we are, let's see. Oh, that's accessories. No. We're going to end up with something that doesn't actually have an accessory, I expect. Not bad. Maybe without the flower. Let's see, the ones with the little stars are ones that are not available by default. Oh, that's not an EBM hairdo. The character is a tribute to a little friend of mine. I kind of like that one. Sure, it's a bit much, but in this day and age, who isn't a bit much? Accessory color. Well, if I choose bright color for the accessory, I'm going to need to later on use that. Let's see, it's not a bad one. Yeah, I think let's just go with the cherry, but we'll examine our examine our options. Sort of an emerald look or aquamarine there. I think the cherry or Titian, I assume. No, the purple's not bad, actually. That's actually magenta. And now for the hair color. Keep clicking the wrong thing. Why do I keep doing that? It's a very rich. It's definitely not.
Make yourself at home.
Sunlight. Banana. She's bananas, but not quite in that way, I don't think.
The spirits of the wild welcome you.
Spirits of the wild welcome me. So I'm thinking either sunlight or tangerine. I think sunlight. We'll go with sunlight and that hairstyle. That's it. There we go. She now has a new hairstyle. What level of spear are we currently using? It is a 27. That's fine. We are 29. Sell that stuff. Where to next? We've done the human map, and we have done the Norn starting map. So I think one more starting map. Asura or Char. Trying to remember which has specific, really annoying quests. Or hearts, I should say. Good question. I'm leaning Char. Changed my mind. I'm leaning Asura. Definitely not Selvari. That's the worst starting map by an order of magnitude. It is 10 times worse than any of the other maps because it has like 3 or 4 water hearts. And those are just terrible.
I fought for years in this
bad.
war. I know
What
it's like.
is the daily for today? Winter's Day daily, let's see. 5 snowmen, that's easy. Bell choir is easy, and 4 presents. So I can actually do that on this character, and I will.
We'll never get recruits. These dust bunnies have no interest in gut-wrenching, mind-blowing war.
So I'll probably also be playing this again tomorrow. I'm sort of low energy streaming as I'm saving it up because we have a floor here, guys. There we go. Because New Year's is going to be kind of a deal.
You're a wacky little Dolyak, aren't you?
I am a wacky little Doliak. Give me the present. Jerk. Condescending jerk. I believe it was choir bells.
Musically inclined individuals, your chance to shine is now.
Wasn't it choir bells? 5 snowmen. Yeah, choir bells.
Hi.
How appropriate. Choir bells for Engel the cat. All right, come on, finish the round so that I can play. All right, it is basically Guitar Hero. And I haven't done much of it, so my timing is not great so far this year. In the past, I got to be pretty good at it. Well, reasonably okay. Using the 1 through 5 and 6 through 9 keys. Technically 1 through 4 and 6 through 9. Here we go. Here we go. Shake it out. Let's go. Perfect score? I missed 1. Well, that's just not fair. Oh, okay, we'll go again. I mean, I've got everything I need, but, I mean, come on. Missed 1. It's just not fair. I don't think I missed 1. I think they are misrepresenting what actually occurred. That's exactly it. Yeah. Definitely. I missed that one. Okay, I missed a couple there. Fine, fine, fine. Still not a bad score, but that'll do. Hey, Vorp. Things you need to do 1,000 notes to get the easy. Forgot at the minigame. He was so good at that one year. Yeah, I got pretty good in the past. I haven't done it much this year, so my timing is off.
Musically inclined individuals, your chance to shine is now. Hello.
Now, theoretically, I would kind of like to get the festival tradition done because of the plush choosy box. The plush focus is a pink teddy bear.
I saw this hunter who had a doggy. It was bigger than me, and it said, woof!
But we have an entire hero's chest, and I have 2 of them done, and so I have what? 178 out of 1,000 notes. I'd need to hit 1,000 notes, and I'd need to do some more Toypocalypse, most likely. As that's the Infinirarium. Donate gold. Oh, that one's easily done. That all 3? 3 gold? All 3 tiers? That'll be easily done. Then I only need to do one of the things to get the choosy box. Well, I'll have to do that then. Didn't realize. Now I realize. I need to give him 3 gold. Okay, Ho-Ho-Tron, here it is. Come on. Here's your 3 gold.
Initiated. Hot enough for you? My circuits can barely process the delight from your donation.
I'll donate. Here's a gold for you.
If I had
It hurts.
eyeballs,
It hurts us.
moisture,
Precious.
and emotions.
Oh,
I am
God,
not
it's so painful.
fortunate
All
will
right.
Eat a meal tonight, not made with meat of
Melissa
suspicious
Aid.
origin.
The pain is brutal.
Well, hello there.
Hello there. What else did we need? Snowmen. Fortunately, there's 5 snow piles over here. This is for the daily. Then we'll get back to, the leveling. Well, I will just have to spend a little bit of time doing choir bells. Okay, maybe a little bit more than a little bit of time. An hour, maybe. It'll be a bit. I don't want to pick up the snowballs. I want to make this magic snowman, you freaking jerk. That's 3, I believe. I don't want to pick up the snowball. Jerks. I want to build a magic snowman. Should be 4. Magic snow. That'll be 5. Excellent. Now we only need to open 4 boxes. Conveniently, we have way more than 4 boxes.
My time is precious.
We'll start by opening up well, we'll open 4,
Hot enough for you?
as that will get us our daily completion.
The law is on your side.
And we'll open all 7 of those. Not very interesting. Granted. We'll drink the drinkables. If memory serves, Vorpine there, my good friend, spent I don't know, probably a couple of hours buying and drinking potables during the Yule a number of years back for the Drink 10,000 achievement.
I like it.
And there we go. Nothing of particular note. I will drink 14 more.
How many ales have I had?
And 10 more. And 7 more. I'm going to throw away the tonic.
The sun greets the morning.
And then we'll drink more eggnog. And that's a mini we've already unlocked. That's a mini we've already unlocked.
I'm rich, you know.
A choir bell. I could send that to a friend of mine. But I won't. Well, yeah, for the title, obviously. Why else would you do it? And we'll throw that away because I think everyone's got that recipe. I will mail both of these to one of my guildies, who I'm sure already has them both.
Tell me more.
I really wish they moved the kick from guild option right below the mail, somewhere other than right below the mail option.
Well, hello there.
Well, hello there. So, I believe I had decided that we were going to do Metrica. As our next map.
My crew needs your help.
Oh, your crew needs my help. Why? Are they a little short-handed?
Welcome to Metrica Province.
Thank you. You're too kind. Are you certain you're an Asura? I helped Dula. Wonder if her last name is Oblongata. That is an anatomical joke?
I know the eternal alchemy requires that all things have purpose, but I fail to see all. Such as quite so.
I need to AFK for a minute. I will be right back.
Resume normal functioning. Resume normal functioning.
Looks like they filled the Muse crew. They hired one of my friends.
I wanted a spot on that crew, but I didn't get my name on the list early enough.
Error code 40.
When it comes to crews like Muse, you snooze, you lose.
Say that 3 times fast.
Well, target located. Stand by for message.
I'm all ears.
Dear Hamma, I insist you suspend work on your Spectragon forthwith. The Spectragon was my idea. I am the sole inventor. You will never amount to anything more than an assistant to a true genius. Hamma, do you wish to respond?
Give me a moment to gather and sharpen my thoughts. We all have a place in the eternal alchemy, even you.
Resume normal functioning.
And I'm back. Might have to AFK myself another time or two. I'm going to cut the red wire, and then the blue wire, and then I'm jingle around thing.
Power core unstable. 42.
Almost work like a chunk. Work like nearly a chunk.
2, 1. Resume normal functioning. This has been a test of the Golem evacuation system.
pain.
Alright, there's a heart complete. Grab this POI. Ah, that's right, there's a Vista in the
Code 42.
cave.
Notified technician.
Oh, missed it. Yeah, it's back there somewhere. I missed it. I have failed you. And I feel shame. Not like a lot of shame, a little shame. Really a tiny amount of shame. But if you didn't know it was here, it would drive you crazy if you were trying to get map completion. Oh, I was really doing some quite slick flying there for a minute. I'm a decent Skyscale pilot. I'm a bad Griffin pilot, and I'm a not good, sadly, Beetle pilot driver thing.
If you could use any extra lab help this week, I would promise to give up gambling. Your friend, Sen.
I mean, the mere fact that I actually was briefly ahead of Engelbert Meow, I think that's why she took it so badly. She knows I'm just not very good. Yeah, briefly,
Oh yeah?
I was ahead.
Your mama's IQ
I had-
is so low, she thinks crafting
I had
is something
boasting
you do
rights
for
very,
it.
very, very, very briefly.
Well,
Now she's been involved in a ongoing battle with Jukebox for the best time.
Talk with me. We
For
have
the
much
year,
to discuss.
I
do
believe.
you desire unrivaled power?
Trust
Speak
your
with me if you're
instincts.
interested.
You desire unrivaled power.
Today.
Well, I mean, it would be better than rivaled power. Impressionable progeny.
Vacate these premises.
I have an amazing opportunity that you
So
cannot pass
the
up.
plan
Trust your instincts.
for Tuesday
Follow the
evening
inquest today.
Run away!
is to start the stream at the usual time, and then seeing if I can manage to once again
I have an amazing opportunity that you cannot pass up.
stream for 7 hours while enjoying adult leisure beverages and wishing all of the North American non-Alaska time zones
Desire unrivaled power.
Trust your
Happy New Year.
instincts. Sign up with the inquest today.
All set? Go!
So that's Atlantic, Eastern,
I have an
Central, Mountain, and my own Pacific. I found out because I checked earlier that Alaska has its own time zone and only one. I would have expected more than just oh, look at that. Put that away. I activated that freaking thing a bunch of times and nothing happened. Alright, we're waiting for more Inquest while I res the locals. Oh, here come Inquest, good. This is double dipping in that we get hard progress for killing Inquest and we also get progress
Never
for the
capitulate.
event. So we get XP and XP. The event was successful.
I am awesome.
Another level complete. Ding 30. That's a new chapter of the storyline that I can do as well.
I swear,
Yeah.
I heard him say if lightning went against fire, which would win? The discussion then lasted hours.
I shouldn't have shuffled my feet on the carpet. Go, another heart complete. Let's grab... Good evening, and welcome back. Wow. Wanted to grab a waypoint, but we also have a POI in the middle of the water. In like short stuff here. There we go. The event, sadly, is not going on, which means the more lengthy procedure. Give me a yellow-green card. A yellow card. Yellow-green card. No, that's not how English works. Well, I have just started. I'm like 20% in, I think. Something like that. On the third map. And then I'll move out into more real maps. Ones that actually have some challenge. Alright, now we're on to the... Nope, still no event. The mini ooze projections, you poke them. Yeah, it depends. It's not a great heart. If the event is going on, it's a lot better. It's a lot faster to do, but that's pretty common. Maybe a blue key card. I think that was blue. Yeah, blue. There are worse, to be sure, but yeah, this is not a particularly good one. Also, I failed. Blue, over yonder. Because, of course, as we know... Get out of the way, you half-wit. Blue is the past tense for blow. And this does. For this last year... I'm pretty sure it was this year. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I barely made it. Dredge was my game of the year. It was just free on Epic Game Store like a week ago, and it was free on Prime the week before that. Sorry. So if you grabbed that and haven't played it, that was my game of the year. I think that was this year. And Vorp evidently concurs. I really enjoyed it. I will go out of my way to say it's not for everyone. The Eldritch horror-tinged boat fishing game is correct. Yeah. It is a strange little game, but it really worked for me. And I played it to completion on stream.
Exterminate!
It's rare for me to finish a game. I don't do it a lot. Now, granted, this is not an especially long game.
Exterminate!
It's 5 or 6 streams for me, so that's 10 or 12 hours.
Ain't got a pot to put for
And another good game that didn't quite grab me to the same degree.
Yeah? If they come after me, I'll tear them
Got
to
it on the
ribbons.
wish list, but haven't made the leap yet. I bought it and Dave the Diver at the same time. And Dave the Diver is another strange little game.
Script-brained idiot.
I am a script-brained idiot. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but me, script-brained idiot. Nice, yeah, I got him right.
Script-brained idiot.
Historically, I'd never really thought about games of the year, but the last couple of years had games that I really liked and finished, and so they stood out for me. Last year's, at least I think it was last year, as my brain remembers time, it was last year, which was Marvel's Midnight Suns. But again, that's another one where not everyone was going to like it. Now, if you've heard negatives about it, it's probably about the sort of role play RPG type stuff, which is a fair criticism, but it's a combination of, let's see, Marvel Heroes and Slay the Spire and XCOM and an RPG. The RPG elements are the least successful, but I still had fun with them. But I can see why for some people they were kind of an issue. But for me, the mechanics really grabbed me. I really enjoyed that. I am a sucker for a well-crafted collectible card game type of deal. I had wondered after playing Griftlands, which was probably my favorite of 4 or 5 years ago, whenever Griftlands came out. It made me wonder if you could make a sort of a collectible card game, role-playing game, and that's what they did. Yeah, in which case, definitely Dredge this year and Marvel Midnight Suns last year. Marvel Midnight Suns hit several of my hot spots. It scratched a number of my itches. I like a good RPG. I love a good collectible card game, especially the ones where you can improve the cards. I love a good tactical game. And it shouldn't have worked at all. But it really, really worked. I did play a little bit of the Gwent game, but not a bunch. None of the online CCGs in the more sort of classical CCG mode where you're playing other people have really grabbed me. I like some other part to the game. And so that's why Griftlands and Marvel Midnight Suns really worked for me. Because that wasn't all they were, was the card game. The card game was a mechanic within. No, I have played a couple others where they had basically single-player modes.
Get us out of here! They're gonna do horrible things to us! Horrible!
Fat Buddy, good evening.
Befoul this locale no more.
Welcome to the Year's Gonna Die Soon waiting room.
What does it matter? We have to get out of here before they catch us.
Oh, we've got hero point over here. Right, they made a standalone of Gwent. I never played Gwent in Witcher. I didn't get far enough really into Witcher. But I know a lot of people that turned into Gwent, the role-playing game. I played a little bit of the standalone. Arrow point complete.
This isn't eternal alchemy. It's eternal abomination.
You think there was two? Could be. I mean, I've played an enormous amount of Magic the Gathering back in the day. Mostly, I preferred what is now called Limited, used to be called Sealed Deck. Limited is Sealed Deck or Booster Draft, and I played both of those, especially Sealed. I was at one time number 113 in the world at Sealed Deck. Hanoi Shinobi has followed. You get a spiel. Here it comes. Yeah, very expensive. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. And good evening. Presumably evening. Could be an entirely different time zone other than evening, but I'm going to go with evening. That was one of the things about the limited formats I liked for Magic the Gathering. It was either Sealed Deck or Booster Draft, and it would cost like $10 to play. Warhammer Underworlds, I played a little bit of that, not very much. And yeah, I am unsurprised by your shocking admission that that Games Workshop screwed it up. That doesn't sound like them at all. Except in every conceivable way.
Power flow at 30%. Rerouting.
Now, one of the things I liked about doing... I can become a snow leopard, guys. Until I can, get an elite skill. Venom training? We're not there yet. We're almost there, though. We're 1 point shy. That love Warhammer or hate Games Workshop is, I don't want to say universally held position, because that wouldn't be fair. It's an almost universally held position amongst Warhammer fans. All right, I'm trying to get over to the event that's ongoing because that's good XP. Oh, invisible walls, I hate you so much. Oh, the event ended. Is it over? Nope, they're still going, all right. But one of the reasons I played the limited Magic the Gathering is you could, play it for $10, get into a tournament. Maybe get your $10 back
Might makes me
in
right.
loot. Whereas constructed deck, yeah, you had to drop some serious coin.
You can't stop me. Is mine.
For the most part. Nope. Get out of that. Yep, that's the one you want. Ride like the wind. I'm riding like the wind.
We follow this locale no more.
Excelsior.
Oh, fear. That's what you've got. Fear, you big chicken. Okay, I called him a chicken. Doesn't necessarily really scan. But yeah, I shudder to think of how much the value of my Magic card collection is now.
Foul this locale no more.
Oh yeah, now it is, and it's way, way overpublished. They are killing the golden goose. Let's put it that way. At least that's the way it seems to me.
Quickly.
But I was chosen.
They just keep cranking out more stuff for it every
Defense,
single,
then offense.
like two or 3 months. And then they've got all these additional flavors of stuff that they bring out. They did the Lord of the Rings cards.
I require assistance.
They did Games Workshop cards as well. Warhammer, I think. I don't think. No, it was 40K. They did 40K expansion for Magic, which just seemed like a not particularly good fit, but it's like they're not satisfied with making Magic anymore. They have to make all this other stuff that is sort of Magic. Same thing with Underworlds. Okay, we're moving.
Nothing can bring me down.
But then they've been doing the same thing with
Fury is mine.
with all of their D&D products too. They've just been squeezing them to death, trying to get every last penny out. No longer trying to create a long-lived, reliable product that they want to squeeze.
A fitting reward.
3 Jolly Winter's Day gifts. Hooray, hooray, it's Winter's Day?
Oh, what's happening?
Let's see, what stuff can I immediately deconstruct?
This is most remarkable.
Good, that. All 3 of those.
Threshold achieved.
That. Maybe not that. That. So much stuff. Stuff! What do we get over here? This was dodging. I need to be under a nourishment effect more. 267. Better than one of my daggers. Alright.
Threshold achieved.
And sword is 282. Not as good as either. The boots, 16. Not. Yeah, actually, they're actually better. So that'll be new dies, everyone. And that is also going to be new dies. Move this downstairs. Move that downstairs. Managed to get a game of the classic Dune board game. I have played that if you're talking about the one that's maybe 30 years old. Neither of those was deconstructible? Those one are. Those ones are.
Begin destruction protocol.
Remember playing a game with my various gaming buddies back in the day. I was playing Harkonnens, and everyone had a trader, and I was attacking the Atreides, and they had UA, and they said, well, there's no way you could have UA as the trader. There's no way the Harkonnens could have UA and beat the Atreides, and that's exactly what happened. The one based on that. There is also a game I have been playing. I bought the the Steam version called Dune Prophecy, which is based on another board game, another Dune board game. Wow, 45 and 14 presents. We'll drop the presents there then for now. No, we can go ahead and open the presents, right? Yeah, I don't think there's any reason not to. And we've got more holiday hooch. Okay, now where were we before we so rudely interrupted ourselves? Well, we need to go in that direction anyway. We'll just fly. So I've only played the Dune Prophecy.
like
No, not
cream.
Dune
Good
Prophecy.
ones
It's
rise
Dune
to the top.
Imperium. Sorry, Prophecy is the TV show. Dune Imperium. I've only played that against the AI. I have yet to beat 3 AIs at once. A lot of cool mechanics in Dune Imperium. If you have a regular board gaming crew, and I used to, it would be worth picking up. I think it's good. If you're not familiar with Board Game Geek, I would recommend that for anyone who enjoys board games, and especially if you've got a group of friends with whom you can play regularly. I don't know how Dune Imperium is rated on Board Game Geek off the top of my head.
Attack! Yes!
Stuff!
You smell
Different. I can't talk to the other captivated squid. There we go.
Stuff!
There's also an expansion for Dune Imperium. Saw a version, being shaved down version of the OG. No, it's definitely not. Entirely different mechanics. As far as I could tell. Mind you, it's been years since I played the original. Well, it is an old game, and there has been a renaissance in board gaming over the last 30 years, let's say. Mostly led by the unlikely heroes of our story, the Germans. German game design, board game design, is fucking nuts. They just do amazing stuff. Well, if you'd like to end friendships, I can certainly recommend
There's
playing
some very interesting research.
playing Diplomacy if you've never played Diplomacy. Diplomacy is a great way of getting longtime friends to fight. And I mean fist fight. The rules could be explained in 5 minutes because you don't really play the game. There isn't much in the way of rules. You're really playing the other players. Essentially, it's theoretically based on pre-World War I. Europe. Oh, I forgot. We have 2 possible dye changes. Now, I did kind of like my previous colors. Ugh, now they look terrible. This jacket is so ugly. Dead of Winter is a really nice one for that, where you, again, playing the players. Random dyes. Here we go. I actually like that. That is gray, walnut, and blood. And I'm in under attack, so I can't save it, so I have to. Well, I'm just going to keep re-dyeing then until I get a decent color combo, because we can't have that. That's fine. We've had Sincerity, Havroon, and Mountain Sky. The previous one was better, but hey. Card drafting game? Oh, we used to do Magic Leagues, my friends and I, where we would open up, I don't remember how many packs per player. And then we would do a big draft. And I mean a really big draft. A big snake draft. If you're not familiar with snake drafting, it's 1 through like 12, and then 12 through 1, and then 1 through 12, and 12 through 1, with the guys on the corners getting 2 picks. And we would have, before that, I would run the draft auction, where we would auction off things like position in the draft. So there was this big sort of a triple meta game going on. There was the auction, then the draft, and then the play. Now we'd have a big list of the cards. We'd open up all the cards. Everyone would be looking at them. We'd make a list. We'd send out the list to everyone. We'd come up with the idea for the various things you could bid for, and everyone would start with like 1,000 points of bidding.
Everything has a place in the Eternal Alchemy.
And it was just a very long, involved process. And then you'd play 1 or 2 matches every week. It was very fun and very social. Now, these are people I'm still in contact with years later. And that was another sort of inexpensive way of playing Magic the Gathering. Is, you know, if everyone's buying, 5 packs or 6 packs, so it's $20 a piece, and then maybe another $20 in for prize money.
Everything has a place in the Eternal Alchemy.
This is another one of the hearts that isn't fun, sadly. But I've been kind of a game nut ever since I was a kid, so bidding is always fun in those games. Always wanted to get my hands on a game called For Sale. It's about bidding. It will surprise absolutely nobody who knows me, even you who maybe just got here. I worked in a game store for years when I was in college. On the whole, it is about the most predictable possible thing about me. That I worked in a game store for years. I got infected with board games by my brother when I was, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10, something like that. He bought Avalon Hill's Africa Corps game. And I played it with him. I wasn't very good because he was, 5 years older than me. But then for Christmas, I wanted another Avalon Hill game called Luftwaffe. And it was exactly what I was hoping it was. It played exactly the way I hoped. So I really enjoyed that. And that got me started on gaming in general. Board games. And so I'm going to go with a little bit of a deep dive here. The reason I'm playing this game right now can in very large part be blamed
Another
on
land to spread
Playboy.
my legend.
Bear with me. So when I was a kid, like most young men of my particular age, if I could get a sneak at my dad's Playboy, I would. But I wouldn't just stare at the pictorials. I actually would read the magazine, Playboy. I would read the pictorials very closely, but they had, for instance, they had great interviews with like Mel Brooks. They had stories. They had fiction. Ray Bradbury wrote for Playboy. Playboy was, despite the fact it was a skin mag, it was also a source of some intellectual material. Imagine really love a lot of the games from the 70s, 80s. Choose your own adventure books evokes your imagination. Well, certainly it was a choose your own adventure book reading Playboy. Anyway, in the back there was a little segment of 2 pages that faced each other where there was sort of a box, and they would have cool things for men. And one time, after closely reading the pictorials, I'm reading through that, and they mention an English company that makes miniature figures for war games called Minifigs. And they have a line of Lord of the Rings figures. Ding! I had to have been 11 or 12 at the time. And I was more excited about the Lord of the Rings figures than any of the pictorials. So I sent away for the catalog. I ordered a bunch of the figures. And I got I got the catalog. The catalog mentioned, oh my god, this is just so painful. There it is. So the catalog had the list of the figures, but it also mentioned there was a game called Chainmail that you could play medieval battles with figures, and they included rules for fantasy figures. I went, huh? So I bought Chainmail from Tactical Studies Rules, TSR. And in the back of Chainmail, they talked about their product, Dungeons and Dragons. Well, and that, you can pretty much figure what happened after that. And that was what got me into role-playing gaming, and that led on to eventually MMORPGs being my primary form of entertainment. Yeah, you're right. What'd you get out of the Playboys? I got D&D. Wow, that's really sad, isn't it? Yeah, it is kind of sad. All right, this one should be enough. Hello. There we go. Heart complete. But frankly, I was completely satisfied with that. Best issue of Playboy I ever read. A couple of years ago. Oh, I missed a heart below me. How did I do that? Wait, what? Hey, what? I missed that one. Wow. I failed and feel shame. It's the guy with the droids.
I can't believe the audacity of the inquest.
Hi, Kai. Give me a bot. So it is actually true that that one issue of Playboy changed my life. And even more so, because I got into games and was working at a game store when in like my first year of college, I decided I wanted a computer because that was an entire kind of game that I couldn't play. I didn't have a computer. And so I bought a computer, an Apple II Plus, and I ended up using that not just for games, although I bought it just for games. But I used it in my college education to help me get a degree in computer science. So it is quite literally true that perhaps the single biggest moment of my life was an article in the back of a Playboy about 50 odd years ago. And I think I've just done myself in because somebody somewhere, one of the 8 of you currently watching, I'm sure clipped that.
That's all I needed.
What's the most important in your life? Thing in your entire life? Well, the most influential thing in my life? Yeah, that was a Playboy article I read 52 years ago. Okay, thank you for that embarrassing revelation, sir. We will try not to bring this up in the future. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. And actually, because I looked it up years ago, it still exists out there. There is pictures of the minifigs catalog of that era, of the miniatures, the Lord of the Rings miniatures. And not to put too fine a point on it, they're some of the worst miniatures I've ever seen in my life. They're really bad. All right, we're going in. I have a raptor egg. I have another raptor egg. Jungle raptor hatchling, I guarantee you got nothing on the raptors in Heart of Thorns.
Excelsior. Bring me the eggs, but try to avoid their mother's teeth. Or any other
Lord of
part
the
their mother's,
Rings?
for that matter.
It was a prerequisite to follow that interest to begin with. Yeah. But that wasn't a single thing. I mean, that was... You know, my brother had read it, and I knew it was a thing. Certainly, you can make a case. I have read the Lord of the Rings more than 40 times, and I don't think that's normal. So you're not wrong. It's just not as weird sounding, you know? It's not as memorable as an article in Playboy. You never know where and how you get inspired or gain random knowledge that changes your life. Yeah, it sounds silly, and yet it is true.
Unmitigated genius. Excelsior.
Excelsior. Okay, I've given him 4 eggs. The rest of you guys can do something. Come on, get off your fat asses and give the man some eggs. Got another hero point to get. Yeah, life can take some very, very weird freaking turns. Unexpected turns. We've got a POI in here first. We need to get that. There's another one that's very easy to miss if you don't know it's there. Another opportunity to experience the fiction in a new way. Yeah, well, The Lord of the Rings was, it certainly is another one of the defining things in my life. You know, love of fantasy and science fiction. Ula! All right. First rule is that Ula's in charge. The lab is that I'm not It is a dangerous experiment, necromancy and golomancy. Eternal alchemy. Bring on your test. You're Ula, lab genius. I'm not in charge. Important ideas, necromancy and golomancy. What are we? We embody magic. I've passed. You would never know that I've done that test 60 or 80 times. Okay, maybe you would. I think we've got up there as a...
The Hylic are a case.
Yeah, the Hylic up there. All right, well, we'll get part of the way up there on our Beetle of Doom.
Any plan that involves raptors.
Yeah. Dismount me, you jerks. I mean, another one of those moments for me is the fact that a friend of mine was working at a company that I wanted to work at. Rather a lot. He didn't get me the job, but he got my resume on the right desk. And so my life after that would have been completely different. And not for the better, I expect, if he hadn't done that. If he hadn't got my resume on the right desk. Alright, the event succeeded. Good. I helped Ploint. I have to say, Ploint is an excellent Asura name. It's a really good.
The fury is mine.
Let me grab some goo. Coatl health goo. Oh, God, I love goo. I don't know about you. I just can't get enough goo. Okay, I'm probably overstating the importance of goo in my existence. Art complete, but I'm not done teaching you froggies a lesson. Somebody's got to school the froggies, man, you know? Don't suppose I can actually mount up. Oh, I can? That's delightful. Take me down. Dive, dive, dive. Why doesn't this thing have torpedoes? It can be scary to reflect and realize how fragile, yeah, or how a little diversion in your life can be a huge deal. You know, a relatively small or even actually very, very small thing. Now, at my age, it's a little easier to pick out a couple of the really important ones and go, okay, well, that one really made a difference. Drive the script from the Brill lab. We can't have Scrit in the lab. That just, it's not going to do.
Many scripts, help!
Get up, Yerk, you jerk. His name was Yerk. I think that'll be enough for the gold. Over here.
suffer.
Alright, that event was successful, and I was correct. That was sufficient for the gold. Our budget Skaven? No, you might go the other way. Skrit are sort of a lovable, goofy version of the Skaven. But when they're in a group, they get smarter and more dangerous. Not just because there are a lot of them, because each one of them gets smarter when they're in a group. Unlike, say, humans, most of us, we get dumber when we're in a group. And generally, the Skaven, I don't think, are lovable at all. Sounds like Skaven? I don't know enough about Skaven, then.
That's how I do it.
Do Skaven exist in 40k? I don't think so. I am more conversant with 40k than with Warhammer Fantasy. That's another level for me. Damn, I'm impressive. Don't listen to him. Don't believe his lies. Okay, we'll put an actual skill in there. We are 33. I think we need Shadow Arts eventually. Oh, they are in the Imperium? Okay. They certainly seem like they would be amongst the less interesting of the Xenos. New pants, guys. You know what new pants means. That's a new item of attire. That's new dyes. I don't make the rules here. Actually, I make the rules here. I lied. And the new dyes are Frostbite Blue, Harrowing Maroon, and Sand. Sorry, had a sneeze. Managed to not inflict it on you as best I could. Gave him a 40k. Oh, is the Imperium. Ah. Hey, that's not a nice way to talk about the Corpse Emperor. Whoops. Not supposed to call him that, am I? Come on, come on, come on in here. Both of you. Oh, fine. We'll take the one. I promise. I never called him the Corpse Emperor. That is, it is a base calumny spread by the forces of chaos. Praise the Eternal Emperor. Honest. For realsies. Oh, look at you. Aren't you a saucy little Doliac? Love the orcs. I think I love the idea of the orcs more than I love the orcs, if that makes sense. For instance, I never enjoyed like playing. Oh, I don't get credit for those. That's just not right. I never liked playing the orcs much in Warhammer Age of Reckoning, let's say. But for instance, I love the idea that in 40k, orcs paint their vehicles red because they think it makes it faster, and because they think it makes them faster, it makes them faster. I just love that idea that they're psychic but don't know it and would deny it. But they have like a racial psychic ability. Oh, we've got one more to go. Warhammer Age of Reckoning, it was a mixed bag. It had its good points, its bad points. If it had more time, I think it might have succeeded. But on the other hand, the bust on the bookshelf, the one right there? No. Supervillain lab, secret hidden fortress base is complete without a bust of Napoleon. Everyone knows that. And next to it is a picture of young Napoleon. Really, you know, the old-timey bad guys, they all knew you had to have a Napoleon bust. The modern-day villains, they don't. Do you think Elon Musk has a bust of Napoleon? No. Another Dawn of War game. My understanding is the first one was great, the second one was great and very different, and the third one they tried to make into like both of them and combine it, and that one was a complete failure. Someone asked, the best ice cream? Napoleon. Exactly. Yeah, well, it's often misspelled Neapolitan, but it's really Napoleon. You're right.
Explosion. It makes my nostrils twitch.
Someone should go see what happened.
Someone else.
We will break that down. Now, before I decided that computer science would be a far better way to earn a living, I ended up as a history major. I was particularly interested in the Napoleonic era. As he represented both the very best and very worst of the era. A remarkable man. I'm a bunny. Defeating a chaos beast with my incredible bunny bite. Ever thought about making a game? I have made a few games of various kinds. What I've done a lot of is making changes to games, adapting games. As an example of I think the biggest project I ever did. There was and is a science fiction pencil and paper game, role-playing game, called Traveler, from Game Design Workshop, GDW. I'm not sure if GDW even exists anymore. I know the game is still made, and they bring out additional stuff for it. And it had the most astonishing range of supplementary materials that you can possibly imagine. It had board games, it had histories, they have just enormous amounts of supplementary material, but the game system itself was the weakest part. There was also another role-playing game called Ringworld, based on Larry Niven's novel. It was using the Chaosium role-playing game system, which, if you ever played Call of Cthulhu or RuneQuest, it was similar to that. And so I redid the entire character creation and advancement systems from Traveler, using as a basis, using all of the stuff in Ringworld. So basically giving you a different game system that would still work within all of the supplementary material. Basically the best of both worlds. Make something quickly on Godot. That's the kind of idea that would have definitely appealed to me when I was younger. I did send out resumes to a couple of game companies 30 years ago, 20 years ago, computer game companies. But I had no formal game experience. So I got exactly the response I expected, which was none. I also have ruined a couple of games for myself. There was a game called Starfleet Battles, which was a Star Trek inspired game, and they eventually had to make changes to it because it was obvious it was a Star Trek game, not just inspired. It was a Star Trek game. But in the early days of board gaming, you'd get a nasty letter from CBS and you'd just change a few names, and congratulations, you've got a game. Yeah, logic I always found was the fun part for me. Anyway, so Star Trek Battles, Starfleet Battles, was a hexagon hexagon-based board game, where it used a game system similar to another board game called Wooden Ships and Iron Men. Basically, where you'd have a piece of paper for each ship, and they'd have boxes, and as it took damage, you would cross off the boxes. And all the different weapons had different, ranges and amounts of damage they could do. And sadly, in my own desire to have complete understanding of the game systems, I worked it all out and spoiled the game for myself. I found out the optimal range and type for basically every type of ship and weapon and everything in the game. It was a wonderful exercise, and it left me completely bored with the game because I had solved it. And I did the exact same thing on another board game called Circus Maximus. Actually, it was kind of two board games. One of them was Gladiators, and the other was chariot racing. And I did the same sort of analysis on the chariot racing game and solved the game. Sadly, it is part of my nature to try and solve that kind of thing, to do, and particularly at that point, that's all done on, paper and pencil, to do that kind of numerical analysis. I always want to understand the numbers behind the game. And in that case, it spoiled both of those games. Starfleet Battles was, I think, maybe the first game from Steve Jackson Games. If any of you have been around for things like GURPS. GURPS was a Steve Jackson game.
Not the leg.
GURPS is an acronym, stands for Global, I think, Universal Role-Playing System. I think it's global. The ERPS is definitely Universal Role-Playing System. No, it's Task Force Games. It wasn't Steve Jackson. That was Task Force Games. God, I'm old, but I remember that shit. See, that's useless information. Why Who cares who did Starfleet battles? Well, nobody. But I have saved that piece of information. Would I mess with the physics in a game? It's the sort of thing I would like to do. Yeah, I've seen. Oh, I'm trying to remember. There was a game. I think an MMO. Where they had different, they had physics. They had a low gravity physics sort of quest line or something. I'm trying to remember where it was. Oh, it vanished while I was in midair. That's just cheating. Task Force games, they're these little pocket games. Steve Jackson Games eventually came out with something similar. I think their first game was Ogre. And then GEV. See what working in a game store for a few years does to you? Now the truth is, upon occasion, I would owe the game store owner when my paycheck came due, because I'd have bought so much stuff. Omar 1K has subscribed with Prime. Thank you very, very much. You are too kind. And are you sure you wanted to do that? You have the right stream? Have you suffered a recent head trauma? Regardless, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Very much. Too kind. I got completely derailed. Not that there's anything wrong with that. At my age, it's pretty easy for me to get... Oh, very nice. He has used my one and only emote in an exactly appropriate fashion. Thank you. For those who are not on Twitch, the emote is me doing the old pog face. You know, the one that looks like this? That. It's my only emote. Alright, let's see if we can manage to not die here. Whoa, holy crap! What was that? That was me getting set completely on fire in an unforeseen and unpleasant way. Can I finish him before he finishes me? Maybe.
Now it's on.
Ta-da! Oh, now somebody shows up. Thank you. Well, I will help. Oh, there's two of them. They don't need me.
Fury is mine.
But I will help anyway. I'm just a good guy. There we go. I helped them out. That's my good deed for the day. Now I get to be a dick for the rest of the night. Excellent. I mean, that's the rules. If you do a good deed, you don't have to do another one for the rest of the day. In fact, quite the reverse. You can be a complete jerk. It's like a get-out-of-jail-free card. Oop. I want to thank all you guys for hanging out tonight, by the way. There is an above average, significantly above average number of you, and I am appreciative. Thanks, guys. We are at 83%. Why are we only at 83%? What am I missing? Need a couple over there, but yeah, all right. Fine, fine, fine. Oh, yeah, there's the hero point and heart over here. Also the vista outside. Very pretty vista here with the waterfall. On the Asura, they don't care. Because when it comes to the arts, they're a bunch of Philistines.
Excelsior!
84%.
Let's get out of here!
We just got to kill a bunch of inquests, which, you know, sure, that's never too much of a burden. I mean, after all, you're kind of murdering Asura. Granted, they're the bad Asura, but really, any excuse.
The glory is all
That's another
mine.
level. I'm now level 34. I made sure I let him also get a whack.
Beep. Charging.
Beep! Charging. I like it when a golem says beep instead of beeping.
Befoul this locale no more.
Does sound like the sort of thing an Asura would do. Too lazy to make it, give it a beeping sound. They would just tell it to beep. Oh, that guy beat it before I could get in and join in. It's fine. I'll take care of it on my own.
Sensors detect presence of unknown life form.
I'm not
Scanning.
unknown.
Student
I'm known.
inquest
I know who I am.
tutorials
I know
initiated.
who I am.
Prepare to
Stop
be
spinning,
educated.
big jerk.
Charging.
Have a seat. Sit down, punk.
Student number 152634 scored 90 out of 100%. Pass. Victorious mode.
Sadly, these old core world items, they take no condition
Now
damage.
you suffer.
And I'm built for condition damage, so, you know, that's kind of... I don't think that's an easy one for them to go back and retrofit. Okay. We are 88% done. It feels weird that I have got 12% that I haven't done. All right, we've got, oh, okay, we've got like 3 POIs over here. That's a good chunk of it. That's probably 5 or 6%. And we've got a veteran. Well, it's an event. Events are worth good XP, so... Sit down. All right, waypoint. Where are the others? This way. Another one. Waypoint over here. And a heart. That's more like it. 93. Yeah, it was 5%. And a waypoint. I'll get us up to 95 or 96. Easy peasy. What do they need? Mosquitoes. We need to murder skeeters. And more skeeters. And the energy distortions. I think these summon air elementals. Yep. It's a repair
This unit operating at peak efficiency.
Okay, well, if that one's operating at peak efficiency, it doesn't need any further assistance from me. I'm far more useful at working with the ones who are not at peak efficiency. And murdering skeeters. Skeeter.
Befoul this locale no more.
Exactly. Befoul this locale no more. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, maybe a little better. Skeeters. This might be enough. Might be enough. Not quite. This one should be enough. Should be enough. Is enough. There appears to be a heart I did not finish over there. Is that right? No, I finished it. We have a vista over here. A vista that I missed. Alright, that was trying too hard. We are at 97%. All right, what are we missing? I'm going to go out on a limb that it's over here. I think there's another hero point over there. In the basement of the lab. I think I've missed that one. So if there is a POI over there as well, we will probably be finishing up the map and hopefully getting a key. I deserve a key. I've led a blameless existence. Never done anything wrong or dishonorable or reprehensible or criminal, as far as you know. I think we're missing, missing one more thing somewhere on the map. 98%. I think that's it. Just one more. We are missing a POI somewhere. Right there. And we'll see if we can get key. I didn't get a key from either of my other two map completions, so I think it is owed to me, and I'm sure that is exactly the way the game feels. The game is also thinking, you know, Lens deserves a key. So I would like to thank the game for giving me the key that I know is coming really soon. As soon as I open the box. There'll be a key. Because I've earned it. Because I deserve it. Awakened Invasions. Yeah, I dealt with those. Exemplary Exploration of Metrica Province. Yeah, that's me too. And here comes a key. Shit. It's fine. I'm not disappointed. Not angry. Okay, I am disappointed. But I'm not angry. Maybe a little angry. It's not fair. It's not fair. I'm over it. It's fine. It's fine. I will get even with everyone for this. This is how you create a supervillain. I already have the lair. I have the Napoleon statue and everything. Napoleon bust. All it takes is that one day. That one little thing to push you over the edge. I'm fine.
I hope you're here
It's good.
to help.
It's good. Everything's fine. Sell the crap. We'll start on our chapter 3 of our personal story. I'm big enough that I can let this pass me by, you know. Meet Air at her homestead. Air and I are good friends. She invites me over to her place. We'll watch chick flicks together. I don't want to say anything to her, but I think Garm likes me better. She makes great popcorn. A little bit of oil or butter, and then sprinkles Parmesan on it. It's great.
Hail, Slayer. For Holbrecht's sake, I hope Air is right about you.
Scardy! Ain't no party like a Scardy party.
Those Order representatives refuse to cooperate. Until someone takes charge, nothing will get done.
Well, I'm a
It has
take
to
charge
be
kind of
someone they
gal.
respect. Someone unaffiliated. Air, will you step forward?
I have rarely said no to you, Scarty, or your father, but this time I must.
You are the only one who can aid us.
I think
the
Canute
Wolfborn can't appear to
Scardy's
take a side.
dad.
No, it's time for a new legend to arise in Holbrecht. The Slayer can take up this challenge.
I'm the Slayer. I can take up the challenge. Hi, Air. How you doing? Hi, Garm. Who's the best doggy? And by doggy, I mean enormous wolf.
What's going on? What was that all about?
Scardy, son of Newt Whitebear and head of the Wolfborn, brings word of trouble in Holbrecht.
I don't understand. Did I hear you refuse to help?
Pardon the
My
yawn.
time as a hero has come
An
and
old
gone.
man.
You're the hero that Holbrecht needs now. I will
yawn a
follow and
lot.
advise you, of course,
Later
that this
in
is
the
your
stream.
time and your
I think
challenge.
I think I'm talking too much.
Come, Scardy's waiting in
not
Holbrecht
breathing
and
to
he
get the
needs help.
CO2 out of
He's
my
meeting with some
blood system.
dignitaries who are very important, but hard to manage.
All right. Settle the dispute between the Order reps. They just need a strong, powerful, independent woman who isn't afraid to take charge. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, they're in my instance space. Fine. Sometimes you just gotta deal with people. Oh, the Orders. Another yawn coming. I can feel it. There it is.
The Dredge? Attacking soldiers on the road?
Those are the rumors, yes. Ah, here comes the Slayer.
Maybe now we'll get some results. The Vigil doesn't stand by when it's attacked. We strike back.
At what? At the Priory, we collect information before we act. Otherwise, we're just flailing in shadows.
And while you two are flailing and collecting, the Order of Whispers will be solving the problem.
Yeah. Scardy? Talk to me.
Welcome, Slayer. I'd like you to meet representatives from the Vigil, the Derman Priory, and the Order of Whispers. They need your help.
I'm honored. I'll do what I can, but first I need to know more. What's the situation?
Dredge activity's rising sharply up north. We've been finding dead bodies with horrific and inexplicable wounds.
All three orders have an interest, so we need to combine our efforts. But we can't agree on a course of action. I'll let them elaborate.
Welcome, Slayer.
Ifwin?
I'm Ifwin from the Order of Whispers. We specialize in covert activity, information, infiltration,
if-then, but
and
not an if-when.
assassination. We found the bodies, we reported
Computer
the strange
joke.
wounds, and we heard rumors of a dredge attack on Scholar's Cleft, a priory facility in that region.
That complex is not well defended. Allow me to introduce myself.
Prot?
Scholar Prot of the German Priory. Scholar's Cleft is a place of learning. We're studying the Elder Dragons there, and that research is too important to fall into dredge hands.
The Vigil has other priorities. I'm Crusader Thurkill. Marauding dredge are the problem.
Yeah, you ended up in the
I
Vigil
say,
just because
no
your name
dredge,
is Thurkill,
no problem.
didn't you?
Those tunneling devils cost me a squad. I'll punish them for that, so they can't do more harm. Ever.
So we have 2 objectives, 2 plans, but only 1 Slayer. That leaves the question, who gets your help? The dredge threat needs to be identified and contained. How will you begin? By protecting Scholar's Cleft, or avenging the fallen Vigil squad?
I think I'm in for a bout of murder. So, Thurkill. Count me in.
I'm disappointed that the Slayer sided with the Vigil, but I suppose I understand the choice.
Oh, wow, how
It's easy to
condescending.
see why. Obviously, the Slayer chose to slay things.
Thank you,
Point
Ifwin.
taken. I just hope our new friend can transcend that title's inherent limitations.
Wow, even more condescension. A new rifle, 352. 27, 66, 55. That one goes away, and this rifle gets kept. We have another bag. Papa's got a brand new bag. The yellow leather bag can be removed. And the 8-slot invisible bag. We'll move most of our weaponry in there. We needn't worry about it again. We only have a sword on the main hand. 289, 317, that one can go away. But we can have daggers for both hands. We got new shoulders, that's new dies. Steel logging axe. Everything else is Purina salvage chow. Out we go. The great wide world awaits. We're waiting because I said the world awaits. Come on, guys. Jeez, keep up. Sell my crap.
This is a bad time to be traveling.
I will sell that yellow leather bag. I had something else I needed to do. Did I get more points? Weird. My brain is sure I missed something, so I'm sure I missed something, but I have no idea. How important could it possibly have been? Where are we off to again? Oh yeah, we gotta kill the bad guys. Alright, looks like the closest entry is way over there, so we are gonna have to cross the width of the map, fortunately. I am fast. Oh, another level. Another level. That's 35. That's 6 levels tonight. In 10 more levels, we get access to our second slottable specialization. which I'm currently training up. Rocket power! Woo! What? And in the present? A present. Oh, that's... I mean, that makes sense, but it's still somehow disappointing. Rocket power! I've done many of the instances for the Beetles. You mean the races? 'Cause I'm not very good with the Beetle, sad to say. I mean, other than briefly having a better time than Engelbert Meow. And then getting stuck on that one little log there, I think kind of sums up my ability as a Beetle driver. Many of the races. Yeah, not many. Well, that's not true. I have done a lot of them, like, once. Where am I going? Where the hell am I going? Back that way. There it is. I mean, I have done them, but I haven't done them extensively, and I'm not very good with the Beetle. I can't drift to save my life. Nor can I evidently read a map. There we are. Armaments. Wow, okay, Harry, he was invisible except for his shield and his sword.
Everyone fights. Good, you're here. I wish I had a happier task to welcome you to the
a
vigil
lot
way
of the festival races I can do for a gold medal.
Comrades.
But not
Another
with a particularly
patrol,
good
all dead. And by Snow Leopard's tail, look at the bodies. Mutilated. And dredge tracks all around. They'll pay for this. I swear it.
Your soldiers put up quite a fight. We need to discover how the dredge managed to take out a trained vigil squad.
They weren't just trained. They were trained to combat dragons. All vigil are. The dredge who defeated them must be using some serious firepower.
Well, they're not
This
not dragons. If you're trained to fight dragons and you're fighting dredge, a dredge is not a dragon, despite both having D,
They dreamed
R,
of someday
and
facing the
G
dragons. Come, we need more clues. Something to tell us what happened and where the dredge went. Let's scour the area.
Okay. We're now scouring. Just be aware. Oh, that was what I forgot to do. We have new dice. No, I'm sorry, no. Okay, we'll do with Frost Breeze, Midnight Olive, and White Gold. It's not good, but it's not appalling. These soldiers don't look like they were killed in a fight. Something's wrong here. A strong concussive force splintered this post. Similar damage can be seen on a nearby body. I took a plank of wood. Don't know why, but I did. The ground is scorched and black, and there are bits of crystal and metal blown outward from the central blast point. Strange. Strange and stranger. Those dead dredge? Or Dedge?
The dredge didn't just attack these people. They used them in some kind of weapon test.
Miserable rodents. My soldiers deserve better than dying for dredge target practice.
I guess technically, since the dredge are communist blind mole
The bodies
rats.
are still fresh, and so are the
So we have
tracks.
2 rodent intelligent
Then let's
species.
move
We have
out.
the dredge and the
Founded the
script.
Vigil to best the Elder Dragons with
Arguably
overwhelming
3,
military force.
if you want to include the
Dying
Asura
this way
as
to the
intelligent.
dredge. It's an insult. We'll find whoever did this, and we'll make them pay for each Vigil life they wasted on this abominable test.
Hi, guys. Hey, you guys look like Dredge. You know, we're looking for some Dredge who tested an abominable weapon on some, you know, non-Dredge. Kind of a dick move, some might say. You communist blind mole rats. I got your moletariat right here. Punks. How about y'all sit down? Give me a second here. Just gotta catch my breath. All right, here we go. Weapon prototype Mark 1.
That must be the weapon that killed my soldiers. It's
Mark 1. It looks like it's a prototype name. Maybe there's also a Mark 2. Secure the weapon. Oh. I guess from these. More jerks. Knock him down. Dredge mining suit. Come on, you got nothing on the Asura golems. Just a bunch of Asura golem wannabes.
Look here, on the side. There are words stamped into it.
Vyacheslav.
Vyacheslav.
Vyacheslav Kozlov, the hockey
And
player?
it definitely says Mark 1. I think this is a prototype.
So those diggers will be making more of these weapons and improving them with each new version. That's bad.
Wow.
Very bad.
Bad.
We better get back to Holbrook and meet with the other orders. They need to know about this. They might be able to help.
I doubt it, but I see your point. The more information we have, the better. The Vigil always moves quickly, but never carelessly. Let's see if the spies and scholars have anything to contribute. I'll meet you back in Holbrook.
A Molotov cocktail. Hey. Catch, Thurkill. You're on fire. It's a Norn sense of humor thing. He understood, I'm sure. Probably. And just like that, poof, we're back home. There's no place like home, Auntie M.
I tell you, the Dredge are testing this new weapon on Vigil soldiers. It has to be destroyed now.
It might be better to steal the weapon, learn its secrets, develop a defense. If it's especially lethal, we might even want to turn it against the dragons themselves.
An intriguing notion, Agent. But I agree. The weapon deserves a closer look.
I do most of mine.
The Dredge are definitely testing a new weapon. Thurkill and I saw it in action. It's definitely responsible for the strange wounds you found.
Worse, a Dredge named Vyacheslav is refining the weapon to make it more devastating. We must find and destroy this weapon.
The Dredge attacked our monastery as well. killed our scholars, one and all. I shall have to report this to the Priory immediately. This Vyacheslav stole an ancient architectural tome from Scholar's Cleft. We need to know more about him, his plans, and his weapon.
Research alone won't tell us that. I propose we steal the latest version of the weapon. That will advance our cause and set theirs back. Order of Whisper's agents have tracked the device to the dredge stronghold known as Mullenhide, and I have a plan to get us inside. We all agree the weapon can't be allowed to do any more harm. Even Thurkill and I agree that action must be taken.
Then there's only one question before we proceed. Steal the weapon or destroy it? What say you, Slayer?
Destroy it. I enjoyed murdering things with Thurkill.
The Vigil will cure what ails this world.
If when smart and her intentions are good, but she underestimates our strength. If you stand with the Vigil, we'll overwhelm the dredge before they can fight back. Doodly-doo-doo-doo-doo. .304 dagger. 283, 267. And what else do we have in our bags? Precious? Looks like nothing we can use. Maybe the harpoon gun? No. Steel harvesting cell. The spear gun. Yeah, that's what I thought. Stupid. Freaking. It does not handle 2 rings. It doesn't handle 2 rings well. It doesn't handle 2 aquatic weapons well. And it doesn't always handle the weapon sets well. Eat that luck. Throw that away. And now we exit. Stage right. Possibly left. Not sure. Meet Thurkill outside Molenhide. Well, that will take us pretty close. The Moletariat are in for a bad time. Roll me. I will enter the instance. Dredge assault. Wait, we're assaulting the dredge, right? They're not assaulting us. 2 peanuts were walking down the street. One of them was assaulted. Peanut. I learned that joke from...
Good to have you with us, Slayer.
The world's deadliest joke routine in Monty Python.
You're welcome to help me avenge them. You'll make an excellent Vigil recruit. When you're ready to commit to fighting the dragons full time, let me know.
I will. But first, I want to break Vyacheslav's latest prototype and punish the dredge who tested it on people.
Agreed. And that confirms that you were made for the Vigil. We don't talk.
Hey, look. Stop talking about commitment, okay? This is just a date. This is the Norn equivalent of you buying me
down and show them Vigil justice.
A coffee. And not like a good one, like a Starbucks.
Quickly, blast the door on the left.
I will blast the door on the left. Nope, too close. How about that? That should have really done it. I don't know. These Norn guns, you know, it's...
Another shot! That's almost got it. One more shot!
Ah, the 2 is the grape shot.
To arms!
Oh. Well, I can't actually shoot these, though. Fine, I guess we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Hand-to-hand multi-murder. Nothing more useful for destroying what amounts to a tank than a spear. Historically, I can assure you that spears were always what was used to destroy something like it.
Watch out! These are big ones.
Oh, that's going to take forever. I want to use the big gun.
Weapon must be in there. Let's find it and destroy it.
Big gun is fun. Boom. Big bang boom. Why wouldn't I want to just keep shooting a cannon at things? Forever. Fine, fine, fine. We're going in. We're going to find the prototype. Although, we're going in, doesn't that mean that theoretically they could use the prototype on us because we're delivering ourselves? We're just test subjects who deliver ourselves. I'm not sure that's the best idea. It is, however, a very Norn idea, so I can understand why.
Now you suffer.
Look there! That must be the prototype. Let's smash that big metal beast.
It's the Mark II prototype. How can I tell which direction it's aimed? I don't want it to shoot me. I don't want to die. I'm too young and too pretty.
Scratch one prototype.
Okay, that was role-playing, obviously.
Handles things. That's why we get results. On behalf of my fallen comrades, I thank you. Now, what do you make of this little weapons factory?
It looks as if there are parts here to build another, much bigger weapon. Whatever the Dredge are planning to attack with the final weapon, it must be a huge target.
You've a sharp eye.
I do.
Prot did
Two
mention
of them,
stealing
in point
a
of
book
fact.
about architecture. The target may
Or
well
four,
be a
if
building.
you want to.
I'd like
use
to
the
inform
colloquial
Prot and
for us.
Ifwin about what we saw here. If we're to stop Vyacheslav and his plans, we'll need their input.
Agreed. I'll meet you back in Holbrecht. And Slayer, don't forget my offer. You and the Vigil are
I
made
think
for each
he's
other.
got a crush on me. Let me go ahead and grab this POI, since I'm here. Never say no to free XP. And poof. Just like that. And we'll enter the instance. Honey, I'm home. Nobody? Okay, first, this is not my kid. Who among you is bringing your kid? Oh my God, who let an Asura into my house? Oh, shucks. It's the frickin' neighbors. All right.
Any interesting news?
Any interesting news?
The Dredge are definitely building another weapon, one big enough to shatter a mountain. I've seen the proof with my own eyes.
We don't know it's big enough to shatter
Given the
a mountain.
architectural tome they stole, I think Vyacheslav's target is a large building. But which one? Where is he going to strike?
Pardon the
True, but a little research might get us that information. My contacts have intercepted a coded dredge message. I suspect it was being sent to Molengrad. If we break the code, we can figure out what the dredge are planning.
We haven't got time for the Priory to crack that code. I have a spy inside a dredge settlement. Let's ask him for the information.
I'll leave the intelligence gathering to you lot. The Vigil is ready to move on whatever you discover. In the meantime, we'll keep hunting Vyacheslav.
We'll share what we learn with the Vigil. But first the Slayer must decide how we're going to learn it. By breaking the code or debriefing the spy.
Again. Old man. Prot? I'm in with you, Prot. Anything they can code, we can crack. Doobie-doo-doobie-doo-doo. We have a new hat. Healing power. I'm a thief. Come on now. Seriously. Healing power? Are you kidding? Well, we can go with the penetrating mask. Sounds a little dirty. We're going to go with the strong hat because it's stylish, you know. Sometimes you just got to go with the stylish choice. I'm sure you understand. But that's a new item of attire, and hence, who dies? That is enameled in blaze, I feel safe in saying. Enameled in blaze it is, one of my very favorite dyes. Ash, enameled sky, and fluff. Enameled in blaze, the sort of slightly orangish brown, is just one of my favorite dyes. All of the enameled dyes, or almost all of the enameled dyes anyway, are really good. A staff. That's Daredevil Chow. Purina Daredevil Chow. Hammer? We don't use hammers. Just got a spear gun, didn't we? Spear and spear gun. 312, 312. Exactly the same weapon. Boots we can't wear. And a less good version of the same spear gun. It's like they're trolling me. Why would they do that?
This is most remarkable.
Oh, we did get one new item of attire. Didn't we? No, we didn't. Why did I think we did? We didn't. Right? Yeah, everything's fine. Steel harvesting sickle. That's what we've already got. Okay, put that away. Put that down there. We have another level. That's 7 levels tonight. Crafting materials. And I think I'm going to call it here. I will be back tomorrow at the usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. I want to thank you guys very, very much for hanging out. It's been a very nice, chill stream for me. Probably more of the same tomorrow. I am saving up my strength for my New Year's Eve extravaganza. I was going to go with extravaganza, but gonzo sounded a little bit... No, never mind. My intent is to start at the usual time, again, 5 p.m. Pacific. And I have succeeded, I think, all of the years I've been streaming, which is 6 now. I believe I have succeeded in starting my evening early at 5 p.m., playing and enjoying adult leisure beverages. And playing and drinking all the way through for 7 hours. This allows me, because I'll start streaming, it's already the new year in everything on the other side of the international date line, I will start by wishing Happy New Year's to the Atlantic time zone, Eastern, Central, Mountain, and then Pacific, starting at 8 p.m. my time until it's midnight. 7 hours streaming, 7 hours drinking. What could possibly go wrong? Anyway, that's my plan for New Year's Eve. So tomorrow is probably going to be more of the same leveling. I don't know what I'm going to do for New Year's Eve. Historically, I've mostly played City of Heroes, and the odds are that's what I'll play. But I might also start with that and change, or I might change my mind, or, an old man, he can change his mind. Anyway, I'm back tomorrow at the usual time. Again, thank you all very, very much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. I hope the rest of your Sunday night goes great. Hopefully your Monday goes quickly into Tuesday, and then hopefully your Tuesday night. That's 2025. And I'm sure the year will go great, because what could possibly go wrong? Anyway, back tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you very much for hanging out. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care.